Newsshooter coverage of NAB 2023 is sponsored by B&H and Atomos.
Hi, it's Matt here for Newsshooter.com at NAB 2023. I'm at the Tilta booth. Now, this is the new Nano Nucleus II, which is a follow-up to the original one. Just run me through it.
Yeah, so this is the Nano II. There's a lot of new features in here, but the kind of main ones are going to be this improved and also brand new touchscreen display, which is going to give you a lot of access to new features, new controls for cameras, motors, and for gimbals. So to look at the screen a little bit, the kind of biggest feature of this is it is now a 3-channel wireless lens control system, meaning focus, iris, and zoom can all be done with the Nano, as well as the motors can be chained together via USB-C pass-through.
And in terms of camera control, how does that work? What can you use to control cameras with?
So camera control can be done through a few different options. The main one is going to be via the motors and USB-C directly into the camera. So the cameras that we've been establishing that for are Blackmagic, Canon, and Sony. We don't have the exact models available just yet. That information will be available very soon. We're going to try to get that to as many cameras as possible, and that can be done right through this touchscreen. And once connected, it's going to allow you to very easily change settings like ISO, f-stop for any photography lenses, or white balance, which pretty much means that if your camera's in an inaccessible spot like a crane, or if you're using a gimbal, you now have a pretty convenient all-in-one solution for adjusting not just your lens settings, physically with the motors, but the settings on the camera itself.
So I take it the functionality depends on what camera is actually being used as to what parameters you can adjust.
Yes, that is correct. So it will not be exactly the same for every single camera, but for most of them, the main settings, especially the electronically controlled settings like ISO and shutter, are definitely going to be adjustable. But some more advanced or some more open protocol cameras, we will be able to change settings such as resolution, frames per second, that kind of.
And in terms of powering, this is an internal battery that goes for, I believe, 7 hours, but can it be powered in any other way?
Yes, so that is a pretty big change between the units. This now runs on an internal battery, runs for 7 hours of consistent activity, which means in a realistic set environment, that's a little bit closer to maybe 15 hours. We do have a couple of expanded options, such as the handle you can see it mounted to. This runs off of Sony F550 batteries, which can be swapped and provide additional life to the unit, as well as the USB-C port that can accept more high voltage sources, such as DTAP. It means if you're running a monitor and wireless video system already using gold mount batteries, you can use that to run your hand unit indefinitely, just about.
Will it charge the device at the same time as powering it, or just do one or the other?
It'll charge the device at the same time as powering. It means that as it's being used, you can kind of keep it running with an external source.
And it's $299. What do you get for that $299?
So the $299 is going to be the basic kit. It's going to look very similar to the original Nucleus Nano, which is going to be just the hand wheel and a single motor. But we're going to have a few different options for kits, including multiple motors, different handles. The most expensive option would probably maybe be in the $700 range. And then all of the additional pieces will be available a la carte. So if you want to build your kind of own setup to fit your needs, that'll be available.